And you do not have to be a Buddhist in order to practice mindfulness. You don't need to be a Buddhist in order to breathe in mindfully. And you do not have to make an effort to breathe in, because you are breathing in and out all day long. So effortlessness is the nature of the practice. You don't strive, you don't fight, you do not impose the practice on yourself. You do not suffer because of the practice. You just enjoy breathing in. You just enjoy making a step. And mindfulness allows you to do so. So allow yourself to breathe in and out naturally. Just focus your attention on your in-breath and out-breath. And if you are attentive to your in-breath, what happens is that your in-breath and out-breath become slower, more peaceful, deeper after a few minutes. That's what we notice. Just be aware of your in-breath and out-breath. Enjoy breathing in and out. And the quality of your breathing will improve by itself. You don't need to make it longer, deeper. They naturally become longer, deeper, and more peaceful. And when your breathing is peaceful, deep, harmonious, and then your body will profit from it. Your body will come lighter, more peaceful, and also your feelings will be more peaceful. So between the breath, there is the body and the feelings. If you practice mindful breathing and improve the quality of your in-breath and out-breath, and your body profit, become more harmonious, more calm, more relaxed, and your feelings can come down. So your mindful breathing helps both body and feelings to come down. And your breathing is a kind of bridge between body and mind. In our daily life, very often our body is there, but our mind is elsewhere. And in these moments, you are not truly alive. And according to this practice, you need only to breathe in mindfully, and you ride on your in-breath and go home in just 1, 2, 3 seconds. And when your mind is with your body, you are well established in the here and the now. And you can touch the wonders of life inside and around for your nourishment and healing. And if parents and teachers know how to do that, they will transmit the practice to their children and students. The practice is possible in the family and in the classroom. And the family will be happier, the classroom will be happier. And if you are in the city council, the National Assembly, you can practice to improve the quality of your life as a businessman, as a politician, and so on. So mindfulness can be taken up by anyone in order to improve the quality of life. First of all, the practice of mindful breathing can calm your body. Breathing in, I'm aware of my body. You bring your mind home to your body. You might spend 2 hours with your computer and you forget completely that you have a body. And during these few hours, you are not truly alive. You do not touch the wonders of life. You are lost in your work or entertainment. That is why in Plum Village, our monastic brothers and sisters and lay practitioners, we program a bell of mindfulness in our computer. Every quarter of an hour, the bell sound, and we stop, and we begin to breathe in and out, and reconcile with our body. Breathing in, I'm aware of my body. And that is the third exercise of mindful breathing proposed by the Buddha. There is a scripture called the Sutra on Mindful Breathing, in which the Buddha proposed 16 exercises on mindful breathing. The first one is breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Just recognize your in-breath and out-breath. The second is breathing in, I follow my in-breath from the beginning to the end. I follow my in-breath all the way through. And breathing like that, you allow mindfulness and concentration to grow. And your pleasure will grow with mindfulness and concentration. The third exercise, breathing in, I know I have a body. I'm aware of my whole body. And the fourth is breathing in, I release the tension in my body. These 4 exercises are proposed by the Buddha for us to take good care of our body. So a practitioner knows how to release the tension in her body. Driving, sitting on a bus, cooking breakfast, she knows how to release the tension in her body just by mindful breathing and stopping the thinking. So everyone can practice the third and the fourth exercise of mindful breathing in order to help release the tension in our body and reduce the amount of pain in our body. Because the pain is a function of the tension. If we know how to release the tension, the pain will be reduced. So not only parents, teachers can do so, but they can teach their children and students to do the same and make the family and the classroom a more pleasant place to be. And in corporation, if the administration of corporation knows how to practice this, they go happier, less nervous, more loving, more understanding, and they can teach, they can allow their employees to practice the same relaxation. We have instructed many CEO, the director of corporation to practice and allow the practice to be taken up by employees, workers. And that will not take away the time to produce, to produce goods. But when the people are relaxed, more happier, they can do better work. So it can be used in corporations as well. And in politics, if politicians are more relaxed, more loving, more understanding, we all profit from their work. And of course, we don't need to be a Buddhist to do all these things. And then the next function of mindfulness is to help you generate a feeling of joy, a feeling of happiness, whenever you want. The art of happiness. It's simple because mindfulness allowed us to recognize the many conditions of happiness we do have already in the here and the now. And to produce a feeling of joy or happiness for you is easy. or you to nourish yourself. And you can help your partner, the other person, to do the same. You are a reminder. You can offer him your energy of mindfulness and help the other person to wake up to the many conditions of happiness that he or she already has. And she will not run anymore into the future to look for happiness. It is possible to be happy here and now. That is the teaching of the Buddha. One day, the businessman Anattapinika brought a lot of businessmen to visit the Buddha in the Jeta Grove. And that day, the Buddha gave a discourse on how to live happily in the present moment. The Buddha knew that businessmen tend to think too much about the future, their success in the future. They sacrifice the present for the future. They do not have the time to take care of themselves. They do not have the time to take care of their beloved ones. So the Buddha said, gentlemen, you can be happy right here and right now. And the expression living happily in the present moment was used by the Buddha 5 times in the same discourse. So according to that teaching, you don't have to run into the future and seek for happiness. You stop with mindfulness and you recognize that happiness, joy, and love and God can be available right now. You don't run anymore. Happiness will not be possible unless you know how to stop. Stopping is an art. And your willingness to stop is not enough. You have to train yourself in order to stop. And walking meditation is one of the most pleasant ways to stop running, because you arrive at every step. So, first of all, the energy of mindfulness helps you to release the tension in your body. And then it helps you to generate a feeling of joy and happiness. Third, it helps you to recognize the pain in you and embrace it. And as you know how to embrace and listen to your pain, understanding and compassion arise, and you can calm down your pain. You suffer much less. And then you can make good use of the suffering in order to create understanding, compassion, to heal yourself and to heal the other person.